Did Robertson try to free up a roster spot by killing William Nylander?
Honestly, when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense.
Like,
Uh,
there's not many spots that, they just acquired Pacioretty. There's not a lot of
mhm,
spots on that lineup, and Robertson is basically this year he needs to show it if he wants to hang around in the
mhm.
league and get a big contract for himself.
I
You
mean,
know,
It's
Nylander
worth
switching to
a.
center.
if I was Robertson, I would have gone after Pacioretty first of all. Dude already has two bad ankles. You know that he's not gonna last a while.
Pacioretty's
Mhm.
not a threat to him though. Nylander,
No, Nylander,
Yeah, but
top six roster spot.
yeah.
He scores
Think
a
of
lot
all
of
the IR
goals.
money that can be freed too.
Exactly. This if he goes on
at 11
IR for like
mils.
2 months,
That Robertson, he's a smart guy. He's looking at what
Yep.
his brother's doing in Dallas, and he's like, he's on first line, scoring 40, 50 goals. Like,
he looked at how
could
Robertson
be
is
me.
currently injured and is like, hey, what if I did that to another player? Also, that's
Exactly.
not a big story. Robertson is probably going to be back before the start of the season.
Did Dvorak purposely hit William Nylander in the head there?
No, Dvorak had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
It's worth
No,
noting in that game, after that incident, Robertson had a really good game. So maybe it was. And then this incident.
no, in
For
all
those who don't
seriousness,
know what happened, it was a situation where there's a quick change of possession and Montreal was going on the rush.
hmm
And when players try to give another player a speed boost by pushing them with their stick, like pushing them in the butt with their stick to give them a boost.
like
Nick
this.
Robertson tried doing that to William Nylander. And then William
Nylander
Nylander, who
dived
was
because he thinks the
not,
player's hitting them.
I think it was
He
just
dove.
Nylander didn't
No,
expect
he
this
dove.
and
No,
wiped
he
out.
dove. He 100% dove. There's no way Nylander, like, okay, that's what Robertson did there is actually like a pretty typical play. Like I've seen that
Yeah.
done quite a
Yeah.
bit where a teammate that's lagging behind pushes the defender to give him a speed boost to catch up. That
Mhm.
happens a lot. I Nylander could have fell, but I don't he went down pretty easy with that.
I also think
He could have
too.
been trying to draw a penalty.
Yeah.
I am thinking too. There's some situation. If I'm skating and there's a sudden burst, or like if I sudden get
That's
lurched
fair. If you're
forward,
not
it
expecting
could
it
be
and you're on
easy to
one
catch an
foot.
edge. But also, I feel the difference in that it would be hard not to brace your impact, right?
You
Like
guys
Nylander wasn't flying at top speed. He was going half speed at the time.
You think it
that's
could be a
true.
little bit of rookie trying to make the team and veteran who's kind of already know he's on the team, but not going to 100%. So he kind of got caught
Nylander's
off
not
guard.
yeah,
I think
Nylander's
he
not giving his all there and Robertson is.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
trying.
got caught off guard, but he also, as Dave said, might have gone down a little bit easy, thinking it was a Montreal player.
Dvorak hitting him in the head is just a fluke, though. That sucks.
Well,
Yeah,
Like when I saw
Dvorak
that
had no
shit, I was
idea what
like,
was
"Are you
going
fucking kidding me?"
on.
That reminded me of the Tavares incident in Game One of the
Hmm
2021 playoffs,
Yeah,
wherein I forget it was Perry.
it was Corey
Tavares fell
Perry of
over
all
and Perry
people,
just
and
was skating by and
yeah,
just uh, human like your reaction time isn't even fast enough to register what's going on. Even if you tried to hit him
no.
in the head, you wouldn't be able to react and move your leg that fast. It was just a freak accident, both with Perry. That one so
Hmm
awful, and then Robertson, Nylander, and
Yeah,
Dvorak. That sucked. Do you think he'll be ready game one?
Nylander?
I actually think I got word about I saw this saw some news about this, and Nylander is already was at practice today,
Yeah.
Was he in a
so it seems
contact
like it was
jersey?
just precautionary taking him out of
That's
the
what they
game.
said at the time. And yeah, good thing they pulled him. He could have got concussed, but I don't think it would be anything more than just a concussion.
No,
He
he
did
wasn't really
look
going
like
fast enough.
he was laying on the ice for a while though, which was a
It
little
was looking
concerning.
when he skated off the ice though, he didn't look wobbly at all, which even if it is a concussion, which would be awful, it means it's not that serious of one.
Yeah, I definitely, if I'm the Leafs, and he's not 100%, I don't play him
No.
until he is. There's just no point. Like it's
You can
not
just hold him till the start of the season if you need
this
to.
yeah, this isn't a team that's gonna struggle to make the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
they should be all right.
I'm
Um,
wondering why Nylander is playing games right now anyways, because he's
their
guaranteed
whole
to make the
starting
team.
lineup has played every
Yeah.
preseason game basically, except for Matthews, who's been dealing with injury. He played game one, I remember, and I think he played two. But the Leafs have just they haven't done the typical team thing where you know, throw in a bunch of rookies who might be able to make the team out of
Yeah.
camp. They've basically been running a loaded roster since game one,
I feel
which
it
is
doesn't
very
make sense for
interesting.
the Leafs as well, because the Leafs this year actually have some competition down the works. And there's a
It's
lot of competition for that bottom six. So I don't know why you wouldn't play your
it
bottom six with like all the people that could challenge to make
it's
it.
Berube. It just reeks of Berube.
Yeah.
This is his idea of like I need to get
Hmm.
these guys ready for game one. Like I'm not
That's true.
screwing around. Like we're trying to win the cup here. Like you look at like the Canadians or the Sabres or the Senators, where it's like you have a bunch of young guys who've been
Hmm.
bad for a while who you want to get a look at and see if they have a shot. Toronto's not doing that. Every guy that
Yeah.
they're looking at is on the roster right now. They
Or
don't
the
have like other
Panthers,
like yeah, there's
who are getting lit
talent
up
and
every
like
night because it's their AHL team. But
exactly. Well,
what do
Panthers
you,
is
yeah.
like who cares
Why
about
would they
those
play other
guys?
guys? Like
Yeah.
I
Kachuk and
mean,
all
I got
Kachuk,
Tuck
Barkov,
Jones kind of,
they should still be partying right now, you know?
yeah,
absolutely.
I bet you a lot
Yeah.
of those Panthers guys are hungover. They probably can't do anything
Oh
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah.
They're
Oh
still
yeah. You
they're
kidding?
still done from the cup celebration. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll give you some more time to rest.
Then the flip side, you got the
Yeah.
Oilers who also played till the very end and lost.
Yeah,
That's
but
gotta
they didn't
that's
celebrate.
gotta
That's
suck.
why.
Yeah. And then got absolutely lit up by your Calgary Flames.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, that
go.
was.
Take that.
I
The
mean,
only victory we'll be getting against them this season, probably.
I wouldn't say that. You
It'd be kind of
know,
funny if they lose all
Mhm.
again against Calgary.
Yeah,
Calgary's gonna play spoiler, I think, right till the end. I don't
probably.
know. I
It
think
is
with
important to note about about Nick Robertson. After that happened, he did have a really good game. He was playing really hard. He
he
had a
scored a
lot of good
goal.
chances. He created that
He
goal
scored
for
a goal.
himself
Hmm.
because he caused the takeaway that led to him getting a breakaway and scoring that goal. Oh, so
He's such a unique player because you look at him and you look at his shot and some of his
yeah,
tools and his skating. You go, that's the kind of player that you'd want on your first or second line.
yeah.
But then you look at some of his decision making in the defensive zone and in the neutral zone, and you just think like, yeah, he has the tools when he receives
Mhm.
or can make a pass when he's on offense. But against the hardest matchups and other teams, like I think he's just gonna get run over.
I agree. He's got a killer shot. He looks
Yeah,
like this preseason, it looks like he's worked a lot in his skating, which was lacking. Last season, you could see so many times that his stride just couldn't keep him up with he couldn't keep up with some plays. But yeah, it is just he
it's
makes so many boneheaded decisions that keep him out of the roster.
yeah, he's in kind of a weird position because he's not like so good that you'd be like, of course he's on the first line, but he's not bad enough to be on like a fourth or a third line. I'd like to see him carry the puck more, I think. He kind of, I don't know, he seems like it. I mean, it's hard
Mhm.
when you're playing with players like Matthews or Nylander or Marner. It's like I'm gonna pass to those guys, right? But
Yeah. It's
there's a lot of
also
potential there for sure.
hard
I'm
for a
really
player. It's hard for a player who is smaller in size as well and doesn't quite have that elite level of skating
with a coach like
because
Berube
so
too.
often he does
You
get
gotta be
lit up.
worried. Well, yeah, like what you think you're going from Keefe to Berube on
Mhm.
that team. And it sounds like he and Keith did not get along, so he's probably thinking it's a breath of fresh air to have Berube as a coach. But still, that's a hard-nosed guy, right?
Mhm.
So if you're not really playing hard both ends of the ice, and I don't think
Yeah.
Robertson's gonna have any problem with that effort wise. But
Yeah,
yeah, his
he's never had an
skating
effort
is
problem.
no, no, he's a dog.